Welcome to DHN. I'm your host, Wade Teamer. In this video, we take a look at the latest from the XTZ ecosystem, and we're going to determine if right now is the time to buy or sell, Energy Web's contribution to Europe's energy crisis, and a patent from 1988 from David Schwartz that appears to resemble the XRP ledger. If that is true, things are about to get really interesting. Let's start with Tezos. Been a while since I covered Tezos, but every time I come back, I find something new. To start, SetChain is looking to increase transactions per second 1,000-fold. This is thanks to IMDEA in partnership with Nomadic Labs and the Tezos Foundation. They conducted a study on the sidechain protocol that was displayed at this year's IEEE blockchain conference. That's a big organization that deserves a video in of its own, but according to the results of the study, SetChain will allow millions of new transactions to be added, whereas traditional blockchains can only add thousands. This is coming from Antonio Anta, research professor of IMDEA. So what this is going to do is pretty much create a secondary layer for Tezos in order to take in more transactions to the network. With things like the FedNow instant payment service coming online, Tezos preparing for payments is a very good sign. Now, Tezos is also getting into the business of user monetization. User monetization is something I like to call one of the invisible aspects of the payment transition that no one will really notice. But one day, really soon, it's going to be easier than ever to make money or currency. But now on Tezos are Clima coins. Clima coins are digital assets that can be acquired through Clima Power's mobile game and are registered on the Tezos blockchain. This game is being created to encourage mindful behavior and environmentally responsible management in Switzerland. Between the 1st and 31st of October, any citizen of Switzerland can earn Clima coins by downloading the game on their mobile phone, playing it, and completing challenges to advance in the game. The objective is to cultivate a forest of digital trees. Users will earn one Clima coin directly into their Eco wallet for every 100 trees that they plant as part of the initiative. This is a small form of user monetization that aligns with the initiatives coming down from the United Nations and their SDG goals for 2030. This is further echoed in the next piece. A Swiss insurance company has launched a new asset on Tezos. The Swiss insurance company CSS, who serves more than 1.6 million clients in Switzerland and has a sales volume of 6.5 billion. Customers who have a CSS supplementary insurance policy have had the ability since September to purchase these CSS coins with the value of either 20, 50, or 100 Swiss francs. Because the coins only cost half of what they're actually worth, CSS policyholders are eligible for a discount equal to 50% when they purchase them. Coins can be exchanged for goods and services at merchants that are part of the CSS partner network. During this phase, the partner network is comprised of a total of 23 institutions located in and around the Lucerne area. Some of these organizations include the Lucerne City Gymnastics Club, Freddy's Martha Howe, and several other places, guys. Those are foreign words. Gotta forgive me. But the CSS coin website will accept applications from any further interested partners in the program. In the event that the present stage is successful, an unprecedented initiative will be implemented across the entire country of Switzerland. Ladies and gentlemen, this will also be compatible with that Eco wallet that was mentioned a moment ago. This will be more so focused on the healthcare side. So you layer these updates together, and what you get is Tezos, one of the most upgraded blockchains I've ever seen, building a secondary channel to conduct transactions while building an ecosystem of apps that drive user monetization at scale. That's the thing that I've always admired about Tezos, is the fact that they focus so much on the customer side. A lot of their applications are built for retail use, and not to mention they're staple in the art scene. So final verdict, I'm calling Tezos a buy for the last quarter and even going into 2023. Now, another project you should be holding in 2023 is definitely Energy Web Token. They have joined up with Surpass to lay the groundwork for the deployment of European digital passport products. Not only does this hint at digital IDs, Internet of Things, the climate, we're also speaking on the circular economy. Okay, this is a concept I want all of you to be very familiar with. Let's dive into it. Funded by the European Commission under the Digital Europe program, Surpass aims to prepare the ground for the gradual piloting and deployment of digital product passports from 2023 onwards, with an initial focus on electronics, batteries, and tactile sectors. A hybrid conference was held in Brussels to officially launch the new Surpass project, which stands for Collaborative Initiative for a Standards-Based Digital Product Passport for Stakeholder-Specific Sharing of Product Data for a Circular Economy. The 18th-month project will respond to the European Commission's call on creating a clear concept of the digital product passport, defining a cross-sectorial product data model with demonstrated benefits for the circular economy. Now, if you're new to the channel, I have a video called Crypto Untold, the untold history of cryptocurrency. Please give that a watch, especially if you've ever asked yourself, where did all of this crypto stuff come from? What's the purpose? The reason I bring that up is because in it, I show you that back in 2014, a conference was held at the World Economic Forum when they first announced this initiative. What it simply breaks down to is that most goods and services now only go from producer to consumer. That's a linear relationship. The circular economy is looking to add more to that by incorporating producer, consumer, manufacturer, and supplier all into the same network. So let's say you get a shirt from Nike. That shirt, once you're done with it, you go to discard it at in the trash, or maybe you donate it. That shirt will now be able to be reused and reused again and reused again. It's the reason why clothing companies have been pushing this eco-fabric branding recently. This is to increase the life cycle of items so that they continue to be profitable or give value, depending on how you want to look at it. People often ask about the value proposition for Energy Web. Well, this is it. The type of applications and relationships that they are building will, one, require any partner to purchase Energy Web token for the use of its services, and two, those services are aimed at an industry that is changing without much attention being paid to it. You know what? I'll finish this segment with a little story. When I was about 11 or so, Al Gore was running for president. You all might remember that a large portion of his platform was focused on the environment. He published The Inconvenient Truth, was all over the media, so forth and so on. Well, that compelled 11-year-old Wade to really see what I could do to save the environment. So I printed out 7 easy steps to save the environment and posted them around my neighborhood. Now, keep in mind, I grew up on the east side of Detroit, in one of those areas that they always talk about on the news. Sure enough, my friends thought I was crazy. Oofy was the term that they used, but I didn't care because I was convinced that Mr. Gore was onto something. The point is, the energy narrative ain't going nowhere, mainly because of all the money it generates in the form of products, services, etc. Why invest in Energy Web? Because it's the only coin with the connections to the people that drove the narrative in the first place. Now, let's land a plane and talk about David Schwartz and this patent from 1988, folks. In the abstract that Schwartz submitted for his patent in August of 1988, he outlines a distributed network of computers for the purpose of distributed data processing. Each node in the network is responsible for handling a piece of data. Although it is not exactly the same, it bears a striking resemblance to the way validation is handled on the XRP ledger. So this is very interesting because we know on this channel the importance of patent protection. Coinbase is currently being sued by Veritasium Capital for infringing on its patent for conditional value transfers. Craig Wright is said to hold many patents in relation to Bitcoin, blockchain, and other DLT related activities. With David having this credential, this actually proves a number of things. One, XRP might truly be a standalone technology. And secondly, a lot of coins in this space might be infringing on this patent, which begs the question, where would Reggie's patent fall into all of this? Well, just going by the abstracts, Reggie's patent is more focused on the activities that occur on chain. David's patent would cover the chain itself. So, the establishment of a distributed ledger system in any form would in essence be the same as what's detailed in the patent. Knowing that, it kind of makes you wonder where Satoshi really got his ideas from, right? That's all I got for this one, guys. Let us know your thoughts down in the comments. While you're at it, don't forget about your DHN Crypto Journal for 2023. Also, our Diamond Hustle members get access to exclusive crypto documentaries and education. Just click the join button under this video to learn more. And now, to all my Digi Hustlers worldwide, you know what I want to tell you. Have a great day, have a prosperous day, and most importantly, if that money is digital, so is the hustle. I'll see y'all in the next video.
A linear economy is an economy where we take something out of the ground, we make something out of it, and then we throw it away. And yes, we are able to cycle some of the materials, but not by design. It's more of a what can we get out at the end. Within a circular economy, by intention, when that product, that material, that it could be a banana, it could be a train, when it enters the economy, there is a defined path for the flow of the materials within that product. So it could be the nutritional value of the banana turning into human waste, turning into fertilizer going back to the farms, or it could be a train designed for remanufactured disassembly, decomponentization, and then ultimately the end of its life when the components can no longer be used, the materials themselves feeding back into the economy to make the next train or washing machine. Obviously, we need food and animals need food to survive, and that means that we have to grow food or find food. And that food needs nutrient to be grown, or to be it an animal or be it a plant. And those nutrients are fundamental to our survival. When we look at life itself, which has existed for billions of years, we've always been able to cycle the nutrients. You know, dead people, dead animals go into the soil, dead plants go into the soil, and the nutrient cycle is maintained. Within our developed world, we've broken that cycle. Human waste, food production waste, food waste does not go back to the farms in most cases. It ends up leaking out of the system. It ends up mixed up with other materials. It maybe covers a landfill site, but it doesn't go back to the farm as that valuable nutrient it has done for billions of years. So the food system, in a way, is broken. Less so, actually, in many developed nations. Not entirely, but they're more connected to that circular system. So within a circular economy context, what if we could collect human waste, food production waste, and also agricultural waste? What if we could feed that back into the economy? And actually, one of the steps we made on the Foundation's journey was to ask McKinsey that question. They're our knowledge partner, and we said, what if you could collect this? Could we possibly replace a high percentage of current chemical fertilizer use, expecting it to be impossible? But the answer was yes, we could, by 2.7 times. So there's massive potential in a circular economy to recover these materials, these nutrients, and feed them back into the biological system and the food system. It's more economically beneficial to switch to circular models rather than the linear that they're currently functioning. So economically, there's a very big driver. But I think one of the biggest barriers to circularity is the thinking. You know, we've been through our education system as individuals in a very linear fashion. We learn about the Industrial Revolution, we learn about lean manufacturing, we learn about this is how we do things, and actually the circular economy involves a different mindset. It's not faster, cheaper, more profit. It's actually how do we redefine the system so people get a better product for less money. The product goes back into the manufacturer, they can recover the materials, who make more money because the materials feed back into a system. It's a systemic change, it's marketing, finance, design, it's everything. And that involves a reboot of the way we see the economy. And actually that's one of the biggest hurdles is enabling people to have that reboot, to see that reboot, and then to start to put in place the necessary stages.